So tell me about it, John. Who built it?
Jeff, I don't know his surname, through Glenn at Model O Kits, built this for us. Did a great job and got it out of the box, and it ran first go.
Did you say you've just put some decoders in it?
Just installed a couple of tsunami decoders and a speaker, and today's its test run around a curve.
So do you think you'll actually get to run it? Because Roger doesn't seem to think that...
Yeah, no, I made him turn the power off before I plugged it in. I'm nervous about the wiring.
Yeah, okay.
Someone asking whether you can do some of those windows on the main building for me.
So at the moment, it's just two individual decoders. I haven't done anything with selecting the exhaust or all those things. I don't know which one to find out.
There's a difference in the electrical compress.
Yeah.
I don't think there would have ever been a shoveling time on that.
The box to a guy, and there's only someone else to do it.
Some of the things we've been doing, one month sold at 6 months.
I'll get mine after a minute. But mine's going to do
These other people, I was speaking to a guy who does mouth parts, but
So that's the first curve it's ever gone through in its life. Well, apart from when Jeff did testing it.
he said, it's all a bit too late as well. And then for that, it had negative sales, it had more returns coming back. I know he's doing a lot of stuff. They've got genes, so well, he's bought a lot of kits from me. He bought 2 or 3 carrots. Well, he's had Jeff get him to, because Greg doesn't do any good for himself. So, there's a couple of others as well, because they know him as well. So, you don't know what else is going on. I know he's supposed to come down for a week.
I'm going to go around and have a look now. Looks like he's catching this tiny bit.
catching this somebody.
The motor either end.
Okay. Yeah.
So you could
So what's that, Glenn? Can you tell me what it
It's a
is?
victory.
run the curve.
Yeah.
Minerva victory.
But then you've got to run the wall.
It's like a coalfield, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's essentially the
I don't see a lot of details that you put on yourself. I think they've learned from the HO guys that you put it on and it falls off. So,
even though it's got the engine on it, I haven't got a wireless one. I've only got one to plug in.
So the 12 class, but unfortunately I've run into some problems with the equaliser beams because I have a feeling that some of the sections, which are brass edge, are not exactly the right dimension and it doesn't quite fit. But in the original design, he's arranged it so that they could be operate. But I'm finding it's really too tricky. And anyway, there was nothing in the original design about pickup. And so having to fit some plunger pickups as well, you kind of need to make some modifications.
So it had beam, sort of like beam compensation, did it? And you've decided not to use that.
Yeah, I've decided they'll stay in place, but I've decided that they won't operate because I'm not sure they would have operated significantly anyway. The movement would have been extremely minor.
Okay.
So that, because a lot of the rest of it's finished, the tender's finished and the body's painted. And
Oh, okay. So it's painted as well.
so it's so it's well underway.
So how did you find the generally the build? Was it interesting?
look,
and
it's-
different?
it's-
Different from DJH, for instance.
It is. It is. Look, it's a marvellous kit.
Yeah.
But it's built to very tight tolerances. It's got a set of instructions which are very, very comprehensive.
Yeah.
In that it's in 2 books, and you tend to follow one page, and you think, now where do I put this bit? And you find that the information for that is in the second book in a different page altogether, and there's no.
Yeah, I've had a glance at the instructions, and I had 2 sets of them at one point.
Because there's such a lot of information there. And in a way, it's a great shame that not many of the models have been built.
Yeah.
I'm aware of only one other
I've
one
never
that's
seen one
currently
run.
underway.
I've never seen one running.
Well,
So.
Well, I'm not sure that he ever had any running. We never ever saw.
Oh, we saw I saw prototypes in that.
I never saw one run.
Oh no, I never saw it run. No.
I just saw it sitting on the table with the motor.
Yeah.
That was it. So that's been fun. And recently I've built a number of carriages. I built an ACM and a dog box and one other kit. That's fun. I also went back and built a Waratah PHG kit, and that's interesting because it's having built the HG not that long ago, and you realise what a massive change we've made in how we build them, and the HG was so much better model ultimately and stronger and all the rest of it than the PHG. Which
So you're talking about the HG, the Modelo Kits HG, that was a composite sort of brass etch with a
it had an acrylic core.
Yeah,
with a
okay.
brass
Oh,
edge
acrylic,
panel on
is it?
the
Yeah,
outside,
okay, yeah.
Paul home to get his Garrett.
There wasn't one in the context of
You're in the front, are you? The S-Band
There's a few different.
faster than that.
We've got dual insource as well. They are American. They have one of the best as well.
I've got no sound on it anymore. No. I might I can have a cup of tea, Paul. You'll swap them off this cup and this cup on. See, that's locked up. Yeah, shut. Yeah, shut. Running that bit.
But it's, at least he ended up with a product which is more than you can say for it. Leave it. I think that's something very difficult to do. When I get the weather it.
Inside the cab.
Price for the survey on it, it's just
It's much cheaper than
when I still treat at that stage.
slow down.
Tell me a bit about your 59 there. Right? Who built it for you?
Model O's engine builder jet. So this is an oil burner. And it was one or two oil burners that stayed as an oil burner almost to the end, till the end. So 5908. So this is its first run. Yeah, so my dad wanted to have a look at it just to compare it. He loves the 59s.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I like 59. You can make it a bit slower if you want to.
That's fine.
Peasant blues.
Needs a bit of weathering, doesn't it?
That's being organised. DCC installation's being organised, and Ray's just told me that I've got to get 2 crew members put in.
What sort of crew are you going to use?
Probably
The Andean one?
yeah.
Perfectly out of the box.
Yeah.
So, Trevor, how long is these in hold?
Yep. Roger? Yeah. Just here there. You've got a dip.
That's what that
It was catching on, so.
Down too
I
low.
don't remember ever reading instructions before.
That's nice and quiet.
No, it's supposed to be a lining between something on the underframe and something on the front bogies. Roger, when you get there, just watch the cup go
Then look, there's still a lot of work to be done on tweaking it up. It needs more litter and rubbish and stuff, and there's a few things I've noticed are not quite right, which I need to work on a bit more.
How'd you get these things?
Somebody
No.
had made a head of a sheep, so
Oh,
much
3D printed.
much bigger, 3D printer. Yeah, the original's about this big.
Okay.
But I scaled them down. Yeah.
That's all right.
So
Trevor.
the sort of the signal diagram, I ended up putting all the tracks on the front.
Yeah.
But I realised after that the idea of taking the whole length helps visually stretch the
Yeah,
road out.
it does.
Which is, so I think it did work. Yeah. The grade to the top of the engine shed isn't quite as steep as it was on Valley Heights. It's slightly less steep. But on Valley Heights, because Valley Heights never used a 19 class, I never ran a 19 class on Valley Heights, but I always ran the 50s. And the first thing I find out is there's no way in the world that the 19 class can get up the grade with any. Needs a bit of a run out to get up that because only that. But that's all right. That's what would happen anyway, because that was the way it operated. And there's a great YouTube clip of the guy who used to drive this.
How do you go with the computer? You don't get
No problem.
The chairs, okay.
Yeah, it's no problem.
It's funny, it looks like it's been there forever, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't look like you just added it. But,
It was tricky bringing it in with the help of grandsons,
Yeah.
because
So it sort of makes you wonder how many people have actually built the tip terminals, doesn't it?
they're random.
oh, really?
There are 5 separate random circuits,
Okay.
and they'll switch on and off at various times.
So can you get it? I know this is. Can you get it so some lights progressively turn off or on or not?
You could, but
It's
I've
a lot of
only.
work, yeah.
I mean, I could put more lights. I've only illuminated limited sections. Yeah.
I just.
There are 2 different sections here.
So do you find it easy enough to work on the layout and, work on your workbenches after? You're not finding that a restriction or anything like
Look,
that?
I'm finding it's a tiny bit restricted here. I have noticed that height there is just a slight, but not for the sorts of things I do, it's fine.
Yeah.
And if I've got something tall, I can do it there anyway,
Yeah.
so it's not really an issue.
So do you...
And I've got a light here.
So that's your main workbench there?
This is my main hobby workbench, yeah.
Okay. And you use that like for breakout work, do you?
Yeah, and for larger things.
Yeah, yeah.
For ships and bigger things, and then of course I I use a bit like you. I use the garage for the bigger
Yeah.
things and the messy things and so on.
So, well, that keeps the dust off.
This,
the,
this
keeps
is
the
all
dust
the
off things
simple
too.
stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things you can do is to adjust the lighting so that you can, you know, make it a little darker at the end of the day sort of look and so on. Let's see if we can do that. Because I'm pressing on the wrong buttons when I say that. And in the meantime, the building lights go on and off at various times.
Mm. So what you've done is just dim them, or is change the colour as well?
You can both.
Yeah.
There's two complete circuits, so you can do both. Yeah. That's just
So you said you were going to toss a bit more litter around.
yeah.
What other things might you do to it?
Probably not a lot more. Most of the rest of it is building more rolling stock.
Yeah. Because you've never built a huge amount of rolling stock. I mean, is that right?
Quite
In
a bit.
Hull, I'm
I've
talking
got
about.
lots of locomotives,
Yeah.
but not so much rolling stock. And I've got a cupboard with. If you can see the top of my cupboard. And there's still one or two kits to build.
The cupboard of shame.
Just at the top.
Actually, that's nowhere near as many as I've got.